Hey guys, well, as you can see, I'm here. My name is Sid. This is Tenant News and Talk. And what we're going to do here is just go over different news that affects tenants and talk about it. And I may add some extra stuff also. Anyways, today I want to go over a program that the HUD is considering with their Section 8 program. And they're going to do what is called I forgot what it's called. Well, anyways, let's read the news and see what they're about. Okay? So I'm going to turn here so I can read it to you. So, a group of researchers at the Department of Housing and Urban Development have been quietly developing an idea that could fundamentally upend the nearly 50-year-old housing voucher program, which helps more than 2 million low income families afford apartments in the rental market every year. The idea is relatively simple. What if, instead of traditional housing vouchers, laden with convoluted red tape that landlords notoriously hate, low income tenants could pay their rent in cash? Would that make it easier for tenants to find housing or move into better neighborhoods? Could that even save the government money by streamlining the aid? Right now, due to funding constraints, only a quarter of those eligible for housing vouchers, formerly known as Section 8 vouchers, so stop calling it Section 8. It is not Section 8, it's housing choice vouchers because it gives you a housing choice, ever receive one. But if you are in the lucky 25% that are awarded a voucher, you might not even be able to use it. The program is so cumbersome that only around 60% of beneficiaries can find a landlord willing to rent to them. This isn't the first time the federal government has explored questions around cash rental assistance. In the early 1970s, Congress successfully piloted a program to 14,000 families across 12 cities. That research, however, was largely forgotten about in the following decades. It wasn't until recently when some HUD employees stumbled upon old reports buried on an agency bookshelf that policymakers realized the cash rental assistance model might be more valuable for modern times. They are building on that older research as well as more recent developments. An ongoing related study in Philadelphia, the COVID-19 experiments, which new kinds of cash assistance, not, including not just housing aid, but also stimulus checks, child tax credits, and food subsidies, and dozens of encouraging guaranteed income pilots that have cropped up over the last few years. HUD officials now say it's time to give federal cash aid a closer look. So I'm not going to read this whole thing. I'm going to put because it's quite long. I'm going to go ahead and put the link in the down below. But what do you guys think? Do you think that cash um, is a good thing to give people instead of the voucher? And I'm going to tell you my opinion on this. I'm iffy about it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a bit iffy about it because you have some very irresponsible people that will not pay their rent. That money, cash that they give them, will probably go to another bill, uh, some cheeses. I don't know, but sometimes people are caught up in things, or they just think, oh, I can spend this money on this, and I'll be able to get this money, by this time, and then it falls through. So, but on the other hand, for those people who are responsible, I think that it would be a great thing to do and just do away with the vouchers. And I would even say have self reported, um, instead of having someone come out to do the inspection, because the inspection, from what I see, isn't much, right? They can just have a booklet for the person who's moving in to do, and the tenant can do a self-inspection, uh, so that it won't take a whole month or 2 months to get an inspection done, because a lot of landlords report that it is too cumbersome, it takes too long. They need to hurry up and get a tenant in there so they can get paid. And the pay thing, that's another subject on how they get paid and how long they have to wait to get the first payment. But what do you guys think? Do you think that we humans are responsible enough to just be given cash? Or do you not think, because there's a stigma or a stereotype around low income people, that they're just going to blow their cash on weed and Cheetos? Let me know. Anyways, the article will be down below, and come back for the next one.